This is all about the ingredients to make GCC the strategic asset for enterprise growth. So there are three terms which we are talking about: GCC, the strategic asset, and the enterprise growth. So let's just try and make sure that there is a broader understanding. I'm sure each one of you as key leaders have lots of experience to share, but I'm just making sure this is available for a quick overall context. GCC, I really wanted to emphasize the two C's there. I wanted to kind of take the center away a little bit, and I'll come back to this. Two C's are collaboration and capability. And I think today, from the time we started in the evening when Rakesh initiated right through, collaboration has been as many times or as much emphasis has been given as capability. So I think this is absolutely crucial. Even by our action, we do this. So collaboration to me is, or to all of us, should be three areas. It is not only in-house. I think one of the things we tend to believe GCC means in-house. It is in-house, of course, but it has to go beyond that one center to an enterprise as a whole. We talked about global. What is global? Whether it is India, overseas, across the globe, it is enterprise. I think that's very important. And last but not the least, the ecosystem. I think Mr. Mohan Reddy talked about it. Jay mentioned a lot about ecosystem. That's how we are here today. And this is about collaboration. What is capability? I think capability is, of course, about people and talent, but it's also surely about business and technology. I think all of us would understand. And I'm conscious to put the term people to talent, and I'll talk about it when I come to the talent specifically reference. So to me, as we talk today in our context of GCC, these are the two things. So therefore, I would take the courage after Ashish Vidyarthi's amazing session to inspire all of us and getting to the unknown as much as the known. I want to share that we should possibly redesignate or recaption our global capability center into global collaboration and capability hub, because we are a hub, we are not just one center. What is a strategic asset? Just to give you a quick context, there are three things: a business model and a competitive edge. Sanjeev Rastogi talked about business models, how it will be changing. And to me, competitive edge is not competition. Competitive edge is what the company can create vis-a-vis the competition and the customers. That is the first asset. Second one is intellectual property and new products. I think how many patents have we filed in the GCCs is very important. I don't think we focus enough on it. And last but not the least, Rakesh talked about it, resilience and agility. And I want to emphasize not only agility, but also risk management. These three are the ones which make us the strategic asset. I think I would really take this conviction to say GCC is really the strategic asset, and we're quite important to focus on it. And last but not the least is enterprise growth. And what is enterprise? It's got all the three dimensions: business, function, process. It is not functions alone. It is not process alone. It's not only business alone. I think for us as GCCs, which is Global Collaboration and Capability Hub, we need to focus on all the three areas as an enterprise. And what does growth mean? Growth is actually clearly business outcome, market share, and value creation. These are the three key outcomes of any enterprise to measure. We talked about metrics. I think Abhinav talked about many things in terms of the areas which are, to be focused on as accelerators and gears. These are the three areas I talk about. Now, coming to the ingredients, I'm just going to quickly narrate 7 ingredients and then complete this conversation. First one, strategic alignment with business outcomes. And I do want to emphasize that because quite often we talk about strategic alignment in a greater context and business outcome in a different context. But I think both have to come together as an ingredient, because I do believe, going back, collaboration and capability have to coexist. They're not in isolation. And what does strategic alignment mean? I think this is a very softer dimension I wanted to emphasize to what even Ashish Vidyarthi talked about. What's our purpose as an organization or an individual? Values, culture. These three have to go together to actually say that I have a strategic alignment. Quite often, people think strategy is independent of culture. We all know that culture eats strategy for breakfast, right? So we need to make sure the strategic alignment has to include purpose, values, and culture, and values clearly. Second ingredient, innovation and inspiration. I think innovation-led, innovation hub, all we have talked about. And I think I'm very delighted that, Rakesh brought in Ashish Vidyarthi to talk a lot about inspiration. And I really like the question which Sanjeev Rastogi talked about. How do we get motivated? I think this is one of the most important thing for us who are already accomplished leaders. And I think I really like that what Vidyarthi said, that don't be, you are not your accolades. You focus on yourself. And that, I think, is important. We need to focus on innovation from the organizational context, and from an individual leadership context, it is inspiration. Third one, operational excellence with business excellence. I think both are absolutely crucial. I'm constantly using a plus, because to me, collaboration and capability have to coexist. I'm re-emphasizing this point. Ingredient number 4, in-house talent plus external expertise. I think it's absolutely crucial that this is the biggest difference I feel between a GIC, which we are all used to, and GCC. GIC was largely in-house. They were trying to do something outside. But I think, as even many of the leaders, Mohan Reddy said, Jay said, everybody said, and Rakesh emphasized it, it's a combination of these two. Ecosystem is going to be something very critical, and ecosystem could be a multiple dimension. So in-house talent plus external expertise. Ingredient 5, individual commitment with leadership alignment. I think I just wanted to emphasize this point. As a GCC, I've said whichever GCC I have interacted with, they have a combination. I think they really don't work on just the leadership alignment and not lack in the way. This is where I think, to the point, again, I'm saying Ashish talks about, are you present there in this moment, is absolutely crucial. Ingredient 6, foundational and transformational technologies. I know that people are waiting for, where is Ravi going to talk about technology? I would like to emphasize this. I think we are talking a lot about AI. I know there are people even talking about, is AI a bubble? I don't believe so. AI is very, very different. I know there are many failures in AI, but I think failures should be seen as stepping stone to success. Having said that, I think we should not forget, as GCC leaders, the foundational technologies, because I sometimes feel we are forgetting this core, whether it's an ERP or whether it's a workflow or whether it's a RPA even. I would put RPA as foundational, no longer transformational. I think it's important to bring these two together, and these two have to collaborate. Otherwise, you will have two different factories running in the same company. And last but not the least, industry and academia. I really picked it up once again from what Mr. Mohan Reddy said, and I really completely echo that. And I do not want to include academia as an ecosystem. I think academia is by itself is very crucial, because that is the foundation for entire talent and entire talent pool which we have in India, and why GCCs are coming to India. So, given these 7 ingredients, I'm just trying to complete. Let us build GCC as the strategic asset for enterprise growth. Thank you so much.